Hey everyone, I'm Chandler, and this is Anywhere Essentials. In this video, we're going to be talking about digital nomads. Now you might be asking yourself, what is a digital nomad? If you spend your time following travel influencers or people who work non-traditional jobs, you'll see this term pop up pretty frequently. Now this might seem like one of two things to you: glorified hippies teaching yoga classes, or e-commerce entrepreneurs working from a beach in Bali. While both of these kinds of people do exist, the digital nomad lifestyle is more nuanced and also more accessible than most people might think. To get a sense of perspective here, let's break down a few concepts. Nomadic groups represent some of the earliest forms of human culture. These groups followed seasonal trends to hunt game and also gather wild plants. Some examples include the Australian Aborigine, the Southeast Asian Negritos, and the African San. Other forms of nomadic groups include pastoral nomads who would move between different pastures while herding cattle. A good example of this would be the Mongolian people, who are famous for their horse riding skills and also their traditional yurts. Although there are certainly still some modern nomadic groups, this lifestyle is rapidly falling out of favor due to the economic development of countries and the rapid growth of large cities. Along with the development of larger cities came the rise of the commuter. The word commuter comes from the early days of rail travel to major US cities where workers paid reduced fares, also known as commuted fares. As this practice became more common, more workers began to move to the outside of the city center because they could still commute to work inside the city center. Although this has been a boon for the growth of urban development, it has also led to a host of other issues, such as extreme traffic congestion and also reduced air quality due to pollution from cars. In the United States alone, the average worker spends about 26 minutes sitting in traffic on a one-way commute to work. This leads to them spending about 9 days total each year sitting in gridlock traffic. Now, environmental concerns aside, this is 9 days that could be spent working, spending time with family, learning a new skill, or simply just sleeping in a little bit. In a recent Gallup poll survey, it was found that Americans working part-time from home increased from 39% in 2012 to 43% in 2016. Furthermore, exclusively remote workers jumped from 15% to 20% in the same time period. This transition is being accelerated by the implementation of faster networks, collaborative working tools like Slack, and the introduction of more co-working spaces. As of June 2017, more than half of the world has internet access. This trend is likely to only accelerate in the coming years as more people have access to high-speed internet at a low cost. One of the most ambitious plans to date is by the ever-pioneering entrepreneur Elon Musk. Through his rocket company SpaceX, Elon has gotten initial approval to launch over 4,000 satellites with the end goal of bringing high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet to citizens around the world. As these plans continue to materialize, it is expected that increasing competition will ultimately bring speeds up as well as bringing prices down. Now, what does this mean for the future of remote work? Now, if I may do a bit of futuristic speculation here, I only see the rise of the digital nomads on the horizon. Airfare prices are dropping exponentially with the introduction of budget airlines and price monitoring websites. Short-term housing options like Airbnb are becoming increasingly available. More cities are providing financial incentives for remote workers, and traditional labor-based jobs are being rendered obsolete by automation and AI. This is leading to the global development of something called the gig economy, where more jobs are part-time or on a gig basis, which in theory makes services cheaper and more efficient. While this may be a scary prospect, I prefer to take the optimistic view that ultimately these technologies will help us reduce the monotony in our lives and let us focus on doing the work that we find interesting. As part of this process, I think future professional success will be built on one's ability to manage their own personal brand. While a personal image can be cultivated through sites like Facebook and Instagram, professional networks such as LinkedIn, GitHub, and Vimeo can be used to establish yourself as a professional voice in your respective field. So here's hoping that we can harness the technology of the future to improve our daily lives rather than live in fear of the day that our robot overlords take over. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then check out some of the links below to either follow me on social media or check out my website. See you next time.